Hello, everybody.
6208A.
Good morning, sir.
Your name?
John Leonard.
You're charged with failure to pay $525. If I find you didn't pay and your failure to pay was not without your fault, you could be incarcerated for 10 days. Judge Kirsten sentenced you on August the 14th of this year. Do you understand that?
Yeah.
Did you sign, read, and understand the advice of rights?
Yes.
If you plead guilty, you'll be giving up all those rights. There will be no hearing or trial. Do you understand that?
Yes.
You have the right to a lawyer, and I'll be happy to provide you with one if you want one at public expense. Would you like a lawyer?
I don't think it's necessary. I just wanted to make a payment today.
That's up to you. You waive your right to a lawyer?
I didn't know that. I just wanted to start making payments.
I know. I need to know if you want to. I don't know why you can't come in 4 months later, Mr.
This is why, right here.
Hang on. Let me just slow down. You have to first tell me if you want a lawyer. If you tell me no, I'm going to ask you how you plead. If you plead guilty, I'm going to be reasonable with you. I hope you have a good explanation.
I'll plead guilty to it. Yeah, just
Do you waive your right to a lawyer?
correct.
To the
Yes, sir.
charge you failed to pay $525, how do you pleed?
Guilty at this point.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes, I did.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, why didn't you pay?
Well, a couple of reasons. One is, first of all, I lost my job because of COVID. So I'm living on Social Security now, which isn't very much. And these are my eviction notices and my shut-off notices right here. I'm below water. So it
How much
just,
do you have today?
I can give you, I can start with $50.
Mr. Leonard, Judge Kirsten told you to pay $75 a month starting September 3.
I
I'm gonna
can't
let
do
you
that.
listen. I know, but you can't just ignore courts like this. Listen.
I've apologized to the court for that,
Just
you know?
listen, just listen.
Just
listen.
okay.
Will you do me a favor and listen for a second? We're reasonable here.
Yeah.
I don't want to lock anybody up for failure to pay, but you got to show a little respect. I'm going to give you a payment plan.
Okay.
Next time you're going to come in and talk to me on or before the due date if you don't have the money. I don't care what the reason. I'll give you 49 extensions if we need to.
Okay.
But don't ignore me, okay?
Okay. Question. Can I mail it?
Yeah, but don't tell me it was lost in the mail.
No.
You can pay it online too. There's a minimal fee of that.
I'm not a computer person. I get paid on the 3rd. Okay. But today
Here's what we're going to do. You pay $50 per month.
Okay.
Beginning January the 10th.
Okay.
If you don't have the money, call the court. We'll go on Zoom. I'll be more than happy to, or you can come up here on or before the due date. I'll be happy to give you an extension.
Okay.
Fair?
No, do I get any
Is that
paperwork?
fair?
Oh, yes, I appreciate that.
I know, but why do I tell people this and they don't come in? I don't get it.
When you ain't got it, you ain't got it.
No. I know, but did you hear what I just said? It
Do
isn't
I-
a question of not having.
Do I get some kind of
Would you
paperwork, so I
please
have a
listen?
case number
Would you
or something
please-
like that?
Would you please listen? I don't understand why people don't take advantage of that. I tell everybody that comes in here, I might miss one out of 213. I don't know. All I got. And I tell them, you don't have the money, come talk to me. It's not that hard.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll take that in.
All right. She will give you a payment. She'll give you my judicial clerk will give you a payment schedule down the hall. You go talk to her.
Okay, sounds great.
So you know what you're going to pay
50 on the 10th, starting
of every month.
January.
On January 10th.
Great.
Good luck. Shane LeMay, Shane Allen LeMay, 242-643-718, A, B, and C.
Good morning, Your Honor.
Good morning. Your name?
Shane Allen LeMay.
All right. So let's see here. Lisa, did he not pay the A file?
No, there's a balance of 225 on the A file.
Okay, I'm looking at a bond here. Am I missing something? Why didn't you apply the bond? I thought we were going to apply the bond that day to the A file.
I was supposed to leave this office or rather this courtroom and head down to pay, and I left here and had to go over to Judge Hessen's, and she levied more fines on top in the same day from one courtroom to the next. I didn't have enough money on me to pay both, so I paid hers. And now I'm back to tell
What
you.
made you think you could do that without coming in and talking?
Well, that's why I'm here to talk to you about.
You're late. Well, yeah, this was November. Come on. Why would you? So you told me you were going to pay and you left the building because Judge Hessen assessed other fines and you decided you were going to pay the fines on that case.
Well, I only paid.
Am I right or wrong? I'm just asking.
Well, you're right, but I only paid what I had cash to pay on me. I didn't know that it was going to one or the other. All I knew is that I had a bill to pay and I paid as much as I could.
So he's paid nothing on any of these, Lisa?
There's a $40 payment on the A case and there's no bonds.
Yeah. I noticed that. I saw that now. Where do you work, Mr. LeMay?
I'm self-employed, sir.
I just want to let you in on a secret. I don't want to sound uppity or anything else. When a judge tells you to pay that day, you don't walk out the building without paying.
Yes, sir.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
I mean, that's fundamental.
Yes, sir.
I mean, I wouldn't have told you to do that if you didn't tell me you had the money, right?
Yes,
I mean, if
sir.
I went back and listened to the transcript, I didn't just say you're going to pay it all now, right? You told me you had the money, right?
Yes, sir, I did.
How much did Judge Hessen, out of curiosity, assess in fines and costs that day? Forget it. How much can you pay today?
$100.
Mr. LeMay, I'm going to let you pay this as we speak here, but use your brains. Please, you're a smart man. I can tell by talking to you.
Yes,
You
sir.
cannot just do this. All right, you're going to pay 100 today. How much can you afford to pay weekly or bi-weekly?
I'd like to pay weekly $100.
All right. You pay 100 today, pay balance at the rate, and I'm going to start on the A file, balance at the rate of 100 per week. And I'll start that beginning next Friday. How's that? The 20th. Can you do that?
Yes, sir, I can.
All right.
I'm sorry about the misunderstanding.
Sorry. I'm going to just, Lisa, just set them up on a payment plan on all these for 100 a week, print out the schedule, and we'll go from there. So you're going to pay 100 per week. Now, listen to me. You don't have the money?
I do have the money.
If you don't have the money on any of these due dates, all you have to do is call the court on or before the due date. We'll go on Zoom and I'll give you an extension. I don't care how many times I have to do it. And
I
listen,
understand.
if it's more convenient to come in on or before the due date at 8:30, do that. Okay?
Yes,
Just don't
sir.
ignore us. All right?
Okay, I understand.
Best of luck. Merry
Thank you, sir.
Christmas. Ms. McCall, okay, Ms. McCall, you can start your video and come up here.
Hi, Your Honor.
Your name, ma'am?
Sarah McCall.
Raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm under penalties of perjury. Testimony you'll give in these proceedings to be the whole true self you got.
I swear, Your Honor.
All right. Since you were in court when I placed you on probation, and this was taken under, Lisa, I neglected to check this. Are we sure I took this under 771?
Is this for McCall?
Yes.
Okay,
I
let me
didn't
check.
check that box on the sentence for some reason. But I did write it down. Okay, I did. Ma'am, since you were in court on the sentencing date, have you been arrested?
I had police contact, but was not charged.
Okay, what was the police contact for?
My baby
You don't
daddy
need to
tried
talk
to
about
say
it.
that I
Listen,
ran him
listen,
over
listen,
with my
listen,
car.
Listen. I don't want you to say anything against your interest. I just want you to tell me what they thought you did. You weren't charged with anything though, right?
They thought that I did. Yeah, I was not charged. They thought that I,
All right,
because
good
there was
enough.
assumption.
Don't talk about it. Don't talk about it.
Okay, Your Honor.
You don't have any other cases pending?
No,
Case dismissed, motion to the prosecutor. It looks like you've done everything. Probation acknowledges that. You are all set. I wish you well. Good luck. Thank you.
thank you. Happy holidays. Have a blessed
Same
day.
to you. Good luck. Thanks. Ralph Herman Schultz, 09W
Thank you.
7029528 and B. Mr. Nykel, you ready on this?
Yes, I am.
Wow. Mr. Schultz, you were a young man when you were here, when you were charged with this. What's your name?
Ralph Schultz. Good morning, Your Honor.
Your appearance,
Merry
Mr.
Christmas.
Nykel?
Yes, Edward Nykel, appearing on behalf of Mr. Schultz.
What'd you say? Merry Christmas?
Yep, it's almost Christmas.
We've had 15 Christmases since you were supposed to be here. Where you been?
Working, raising a family.
Does he stand mute? Wait for a reading, Mr. Nykel?
He does, Your Honor.
All right, now there's going to be a plea to allowing unlicensed driver to drive, and the speed charge, there's a contempt charge, but we can take care of that. I'll dismiss the suspend if he pleads to allowing unlicensed driver to drive. That is a misdemeanor punishable by up to 500 fines, 90 days jail costs for all of those. Do you understand that, sir?
Yes, sir.
You are presumed innocent. They have to prove you guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. You have the right to remain silent, right to a trial by court or jury, right to question their witnesses, right to bring in your own, right to testify or remain silent, as I said. And if you remain silent, that silence would not be held against you. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
All right. If you plead guilty, you're giving up all those rights, and we're not going to have a hearing or a trial. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
And Mr. Nykel, is he going to likewise plead guilty to the failure to pay the 207 on the limited access?
Yes, Your Honor.
All right, so you could get, I'm just telling you, you could get 21 days on that. You could purge the contempt by paying it, but for every $10 owed, you could be required to serve 1 day. Do you understand that?
Yes, sir.
So if you pay it, the contempt's purged, no jail. You understand that?
Yes.
All right, to the charge driving, allowing an unlicensed driver to drive, how do you plead?
Guilty.
To the charge of failure to pay 207, is it still 207, Lisa? It looks like it.
Yes.
To the charge you failed to pay 207, how do you plead?
Guilty.
Did you fail to pay?
Yes.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No, sir.
And were you in control of a 1992 Mercedes on November 30 at 29 at 11:46 in the morning on I-75 near Weston Woodhaven?
I believe so. Yeah, it's been a long
Did you
time.
allow somebody to drive that was unlicensed, and was that you?
Yes.
Are you on probation or parole?
No, I'm not.
Anybody force you to plead guilty?
No.
All right, I'm going to accept your plea to both charges. Mr. Nykel, what would you like to say?
Judge, Mr. Schultz actually prepared a nice letter to you. I shared it with the prosecutor. I don't want to read it to you. It's fairly lengthy, but he kind of gave background about what really happened back he met his future wife in Michigan. He was a Pennsylvania resident, in 2006. And then he found out that he was the father of a child that she had. And they got together in 2009, and he was coming through Michigan with her, and was pulled over for speeding. And that's when it came to light that he had a suspended driving license in Pennsylvania. And 2 years later, he had that cleared, and he got his license fully reinstated. And he has had no offenses in Pennsylvania or anywhere since that time. He's been a model citizen. He's raised a family, and been a good father to 2 children. And they were married in 2010. He was applying for a Class 2 firearms permit recently and found out about this warrant that the court didn't even realize that was the case. Never thought any more about it. Apparently, he had actually tried to do a plea by mail a couple times, and for whatever reason, it never came about. Never completed. So it remained, but he wants you to take all of that into consideration. But he has a good driving record. He's been employed. He had a business. He was an appliance repair business that he started and then sold later.
I did send him, by the way, I did send him plea by mail responses. They're both in the file here.
Yeah, and I
told
don't
him
know
to
if it was because he moved and didn't get those and forwarding was expired. Not really sure. Maybe Mr. Schultz, if you want to know, can address that, but I don't know that it matters at this point. He did try to, take care of these, and I guess never followed through with it for whatever reason.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. You didn't receive my letters?
At the time, I went to my state representative, Jack Rader, and got them involved, their office, to help me with my license situation, and they took over from there at that time.
Well, I got a plea by mail, it looks like, from you. I can see I responded to you back in 2009. And then I sent you another plea by mail. And I wrote on the bottom, this was sent to you December. I actually penned this in on the bottom of the second letter. This was sent to you December 18, but returned. Secretary could not read your writing very well. And we did correct the address from, she initially sent it to 18 Pollins, P-O-L-O-N-S, instead of Pocono Plateau, which is when I sent that on January 19 of 2010. At any rate,
Yeah,
I did
the
respond
address-
because
the address
I
in our-
always
Yeah, the address is in our county changed, so it actually it's the same physical place, but they had changed the addresses county-wide. So 18 Pocono Plateau was like a community box, mailbox, and it went to a physical box, and it changed the whole address to 143 Nelson Drive. So there was a lot of problems with the mail.
all right. Anything else that you want to say?
No, I apologize for the length of time it's taken to get to this point. And I really did think with their state representative that this was cleared up. And this is the only thing that's on my record. And I just appreciate the court's time, and I understand the cost involved for the court's time and whatever I need to pay.
All right, 100 fines. This is on the allowing unlicensed driver to drive. 100 fines, 100 costs, 75 victims' rights, $50 justice assessment, 3 1/4 or 90 days. Let's start with that. Does he have that money he can send today? And does he also have the 207 on the other case?
Yes, Your Honor.
So you can send, so on the A file, he owes 325. On the B file, he owes 207. Anything I'm missing on here, Lisa?
Nope, that's it.
So yeah, you just pay that. So then you're going to be all done. You just send in 325 plus the 207. You can do all of that today, correct?
Yep, that's not a problem.
All right, so the 325 is on the A file, the 209 is on the B file, or 207 rather. Okay?
As far as that goes, then he goes through the court's website and pays it that way.
Correct. And there's no fee as long as they're paid in full.
All right. I'll
Okay?
walk them through that. Very good. Thank you, Judge.
Good enough.
Thank you
Thank
very
you. Have a good
Yep,
day.
have-
Merry
Have a
Christmas
great
to
holiday.
everybody. Thank you.
Merry Christmas.
You
Thank you.
too.
Be safe, be well, sleep sweet, and much love.